It's week 6 of the 2023 season. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp. He's coming off a nice week, 120 yards in total. It's the Rams and the Hawks coming up next.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Clifton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. Able to slither by. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The Seahawks had a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Back to Walker on 1st down. Oh, heck of a move. Man. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
A gain of 16 yards.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. Now, some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Clifton. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 16 carries, 77 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and down the field.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Walker. Oh, a good move at the 5. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Walker once more. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in L.A. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Rams offense ready. They're backed up to start their initial drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 52 yards.
He's really been somewhat special to watch this season and brings a real unique element to their offense. Even with defenses focusing on him all year, he still sits 4th in the league in yardage. Hard to come up with an answer for a back playing as well as he has been. They've got the work cut out for them in this one as he chases another big week.
On third down, it's Purdy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, you gotta give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Purdy from the gun. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out, hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. Sticking with Walker on second down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Operating from the gun, Clifton. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Clifton. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Back to throw again. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right. and it winds up an empty possession.
The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. There's the running back, Cam Akers. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Purdy. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Purdy looking to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. To throw on 2nd down. Clifton. Looking left sideline. Incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Clifton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if we're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd and 9, Purdy complete. Jefferson the target. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Purdy to throw it on first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over backs and continued to survey the field. Picked up another target, delivered a pass, exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Seattle now ready to march on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Back to throw. Clifton. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Clifton, it's caught, Lockett. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Clifton, and the Rams got it. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Looking to throw. Clifton. Flushed out right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Clifton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Clifton. They'll find Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up.
But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll look to throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a third and inches. On third down, here's Walker. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Purdy. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one just goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Michael Dixon now, the punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. That's out to the flat for Akers. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Purdy. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now Purdy. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Purdy. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. On 2nd down and 4. Purdy going for Jefferson downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact, he's going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Purdy. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Now for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. They have the short field, and they make quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
That was pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Clifton. Over the middle, that's caught. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. What a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touchdown drive a minute ago. Now they run the risk of really falling behind unless their defense can bail them out a little bit. They'll be cheering for them hard from the sidelines.
A give up the middle to Akers. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Shotgun now with Purdy. Going up top for Kupp. And this is caught. He's got him. Touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That's a nice play.
Extra point up and through, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Clifton steps away to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Rams to take over. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action here. Purdy. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Clifton to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. To the right side, this is Walker. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Clifton buying time to his left. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on second down. Purdy. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Purdy now to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Purdy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the lead grows here incrementally. I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the handoff, running left is Akers. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Clifton. Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down, Clifton. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Purdy. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing to start the drive. Clifton. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd getting him once once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Clifton. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Clifton. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clifton.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now, really hoping for a turnover.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I'd like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that will certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
You don't normally get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Clifton. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Clifton on the slant. It's Fant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Throwing on first down. Clifton. Going right back to Fant. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On first and 10. Clifton. He's got his... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Going right back to Akers. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's totaled it 21 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. They're leading the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline. Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. On the handoff, and it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from run.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. On the give, this is Akers. Down to the 25. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up. You and I both know, if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. He's got his tight end Fant, and he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. Looking to throw. Clifton. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Clifton. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, somebody...